Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Pretty Poison, a South African simmer, and today I share with you a big family house. It is a full build, part of the Sweater Weather collab by XOmiSimmer. So I'm really excited to be part of this collaboration where a bunch of simmers is making full builds. So this is my build for this collaboration, and I am quite happy with how this house turned out, especially the exterior of this house actually came out really great. So currently I am trying to figure out how I want the roofing to be. It took me a while to get to where I wanted it, but I think, like roofing is, or for me at least, it is quite a difficult thing to get right. But I think in this build it turned out really good. So even I am like surprised with how my roofing skills in this build turned out. So I'm quite happy with that. Then I played around a bit with the trimmings that you get for like the roofing and in between different floors, those types of trimmings. I put in some places, I put some trimmings, but not everywhere because I felt like it only fitted in certain places. And then for the base of the house, I decided to go for like a brick texture as well as the stairs. And then as you can see, the roof tiles I chose kind of matches the brick texture's colors. And then I put some brown windows, and I decided to keep the house, like the walls outside, I decided to keep it white. I thought the white with the brown looks really pretty, and then obviously the red brick as well. So with this house, instead of doing the floor plan first, I decided to do all my exterior first. So I first placed all the windows and exterior doors and stuff before I went in and did the floor plan. But while I was doing this, I thought of a different way to do the roofing, maybe just make some changes to make it a little bit better. And I think it works out nice to have, I added another piece of roof on the left and the right side of the main roof, which I think turned out just right. And now I'm just looking in the debug menu what fencing to use in this build. So I also put these flowers by the windows outside, and I played around with the swatches, but then I went with this like orange yellowish swatch because I thought you know what, that fits the full theme, so that is the swatch I need to go for. So now I'm just using some of the debug or live edit menu items. I don't know which is which. For me they're all the same. I know some stuff is live edit stuff and some stuff is debug stuff, but to me it's all the same, So in any case, I'm just using items from that to create it's like the railing for the stairs, but it's not really a railing for the stairs, if that makes sense. And then this is the fencing I used for the backyard. So now I'm putting a swimming pool, and obviously I'm gonna keep using the curved swimming pools because it's probably one of the best features ever that they added to Sims. So I was playing around. I wanted to try out something with some platforms in the swimming pool, but then I couldn't do what I wanted. So I'll figure it out in another time. But for now, I just kept the swimming pool flat then on the ground. So yeah. Now I'm putting some plants in the yard. Once again, I'm using debug items for the gardening because it's free and it will make the build cheaper in the long run. Now, I can't remember right now how much the build cost is. I will have that up on screen in the beginning and in the description. But I think it still ends up costing quite a bit because I put a lot of furniture inside. And I did not make this like a budget build, So at least I saved some money on the landscaping by using debug items. So that helps a little bit, every little bit helps. Okay, so now I am trying to figure out, the layout for the interior. So we're gonna have the entrance, hallway, whatever you want to call it, that then has the stairs to go upstairs, and it connects to the dining room side and the living room side. And there's also going to be a little bathroom downstairs with the guest bedroom. So I start with the furnishing in the kitchen. So I'm using these base game cupboards, which I thought fits the full theme of the house a bit better than my usual, Dream Home Decorator cupboards I like using all the time. So I went for these, but I did change the color, as you can see, to maybe like a lighter wood tone color. And then I also added some cupboards on top, and then we have that long cupboard there on the right, just to like give more packing space for my Sims, I guess. I also decided to play around a bit with the walls and the floors. I decided to use some more tile textures on the floors as well, because I'm always just using like wood basically. So I just wanted to play around a bit with using different textures, you know, just to try and do something different in my builds and not kind of like the same styles I usually do in my builds. So you will see the floor will still change a bit, but yeah, like you can see there, I'm looking for a nice texture to put on the floor. Now I really like this white and orange triangle texture, but I felt like it's a bit too much for a whole room, so I decided by the living room side to just put it in a corner of the living room, you know, like a little part of the living room. So that will be like a different section within the living room. And then as you can see, I put more white tiles like all around the house. So yeah, I ended up swapping out the wood texture for the white tile texture, which I think looks really awesome. And now I'm making like a little frame cupboard for the bar. So I'm using Dream Home Decorator cupboards, and then I put the mirrors behind the bar, and also the Space Game plants and a little rug from, I think that's Snowy Escape. And then I decided for this area, I mean it's a big area and it's also a big family house, so I decided that this area needs to have a big dining table. So I put a 8-seater dining table, so a lot of Sims can actually sit here. And then I just add some sideboards and some more plants, and then I looked for these beautiful, I think it's from Seasons, these curtains that has like 4 leaves on it, which I thought is really pretty. And then in this area that connects the dining room side to the backyard, I decided to just make it like another little living room space. It's not the living room, but it's like another little living room area space type of thing. So this is the guest bedroom that I'm currently working on. It doesn't have too much stuff in it. There's some clutter and stuff, but I mean it's a guest bedroom, so it's not gonna have a lot in it really, because I mean the guests will bring their suitcase with all their luggage and stuff and then pack out, I guess. So I didn't really do too much clutter and stuff in the guest bedroom, because yeah, like I said, it's for a guest, so they will decorate it when they come stay over or whatever the case is. But I did put a bit of clutter, just a little bit, just to show maybe there is currently a guest staying over. But yeah, that is about it. And then of course a bit of wall art as well for the room to make it pretty and just make it nice and cozy, you know, for the guests when they come stay over. And for the lights, I love using this grain together moonlight. It is so pretty, or crescent, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, just some plants here and there to finish off the room. Now I am going to the living room part of this house. So for this little area, for this little platform area, I decided to make this like the book reading corner, which also has a fireplace, so it's really nice and cozy. Like I personally would love to go and sit there with the fireplace on and just like read a book and drink some hot cocoa or something. But yeah, that is like the vibe I was going for in that area. Then of course in this area where we have the main living room, we also need some skill items. I love putting as much skill items as possible in my build, so that there is a lot of opportunities for your Sims to learn different types of skills. And I mean, yeah, why not? So there is the chess set, which I actually do move outside though, because I felt like it doesn't fit in that area. And then we have the easel and the piano as well, and then I'll get back to that a bit later. We are now in the bedroom upstairs, the main bedroom. So the thing about having a roof right next to the wall for the bedroom is the wall paint on the roof shines through into the bedroom. So if I'm going to change the roof's wall paint, then it's going to change on the outside. Now there is ways to work around it, but in this case there isn't, because the roof is only a single tile wide. So I can't, for example, put 2 roofs, because you can't make a roof a half tile, if that makes sense. So yeah, I had to kind of cover it up by using these Dream Home Decorator cupboards, and then I added some Book Nook cupboards on top as well. So then I don't know if you guys saw now there, but the computer, I put it on a desk, and then I sized down the desk and I put the computer on a shelf. Now the desk you can see under the shelf, so you can always cover it up with clutter. But for this room, I just left it as is because I felt like the shape of that desk is kind of like it can also be a footrest. So if your sim is using the computer for a long time, their feet maybe get tired or something, they can put their feet on the footrest. But I did test it is functional, the computer. Sometimes you might just have to ask your sim to sit down first and then interact with the computer, but otherwise it is functional, the computer putting it like that. And then also we did the nursery room. I'm still gonna come back to the rooms to do all the clutter, but right now I'm in the girls' bedroom. So in my mind, this is for a child and a teenager. They are sharing a bedroom, 2 girls. But I mean, you can mix it up however you would like it if you play with this build. So I also thought that maybe the teenage girl, she can kind of be a bit like a cheerleader type of girl. So I will put some pom-poms and stuff like that in the bedroom. And then for the child, she's obviously still developing her skills, so there's nothing specific for her. But I did add some cool, pretty pink stuff because they are now girly girls. So I just placed the clutter on the cupboards behind the beds and a few items on the bedside tables just to give it that whole lived-in type of vibe. And you will see I also have that string of lights there, which I also put in their room. And then I obviously raise it up higher because it's a bit low for the walls. So I want to make it look like it's almost coming out the ceiling. And I think that looks really awesome. And then there's just some random clutter everywhere. You see like the box of the Princess Fairy because there is a child in the bedroom. And I gave both beds some pillows and teddy bears on the bed as well because I thought it looks really cute. And yeah, there you can see I'm putting the lighting in the walls. I make sure the pole is hidden in the walls because I don't really want the pole to stick out. And now I'm just like trying to position the clutter a bit better, and then I retexture everything to whichever colors I think fits the schema of this room, and that is basically it. I didn't do too much or anything crazy in this room. So now I head back to the main bedroom and I laid out like all the clutter that I think I might use in this bedroom. So it looks like quite a lot, but once I start placing it, it doesn't really seem like that much clutter in the end, to be honest. I'm also a bit scared of putting clutter like by the computer because then sometimes your sims are a bit finicky about using the computer because there's clutter. It's really annoying, but as I said earlier, it has been play tested, so it does actually work like that. The computer works with the clutter. Now with the bed, your sim might not be able to get around to the right side of the bed, so they might have to just scoot over from the left side, but both sims can still end up sleeping on the bed. I did test this. But if it's a problem, you can just remove some of the clutter in front of the dresser or the cupboard, whatever you want to call it. Just remove some of that clutter so the sim can walk around the bed. Now this is the baby room or nursery room, call it what you will. It has, I tried to put like a lot of little teddy bears and stuff, and the color scheme of the nursery is kind of like, how can you, what's the word now? I can't think of the word right now. But it is for, I mean, it doesn't matter what gender. It's not specifically pink for girl, blue for boy, or whatever. It is like a neutral color, gender neutral bedroom. That's maybe the word I was looking for. Okay, so now we're in the, what is that, bathroom? I almost said bedroom. Oh my god, I'm talking too much and I'm just like, my mouth is dry. Okay, focus. So we're in the bathroom part of this. This build. Let me redo that. Okay, so now we're in the bathroom part of this build, the main bathroom upstairs. You see I put like a lot of clutter down, and now I'm just like positioning the clutter everywhere where I think it will fit. And I really love how this bathroom turned out. It's quite like the yellow. I made it generally like a yellow theme color, this bathroom, and I think it is really awesome. And with all the clutter and the shelves with all the clutter, it's so cool. And also like we have the chairs or the seat there, so I don't know, maybe maybe when the mom is bathing the baby, then the other child can just sit and hang out with them as well, you know, whatever the case. I don't know why else would there be seats in the bathroom, but that could be a reason. Or like if you want to sit down to put your shoes on or take it off or whatever, then I guess that can also be a reason. So for the hallway part upstairs, I decided to also put like a little laundry corner in this area because I didn't really make a laundry room in this house, so there isn't really other space for this. So then I decided it has to be in this area. Either that or I don't have a laundry area in this house. Then I will just have to remove the baskets in the bathroom for the laundry stuff. But in any case, I did fit it in this area, and then I also put like a little, I guess you can call it like another little living room area, like with the couch, and then I just put a bunch of plants around it, and yeah, it's just like a chill area. And I also put the kids' toy box over there so that there's some more kids' presents in the house. But when I clutter up the house, then there will be definitely way more kids' presents in the house. So now I'm just like cluttering up the kitchen a bit. I laid out some items. As you can see, it's not a lot like I usually put. I kept it very minimal for this kitchen. Like, I just think it looks, for this build, it fits better like that. I don't want to overcrowd it with clutter. And then I put the spice rack on the wall as well by the stove. It's like it's hanging on the wall. And then also a few clutter items here by the living room part of this build. And then some plants to also end up filling the space up to make it just look a bit fuller. But I still wanted the house to look neat, so I didn't do too much clutter in that part of the house. I think the living room side has a bit more clutter. So yeah, by the entrance I made these platforms. It's kind of like steps. But so the purpose of it is just to put like plants on it. I thought it looks really pretty with all the different levels, and then you have like all the different types of plants on there, which is something I've never done before really. But I thought, you know what, why not experiment a little bit and try out some different stuff that I don't usually do. So that is what I did, yeah. And then I just put a few items you would find by the entrance. So like that basket with the blankets, I can't remember if I deleted it or just moved it a bit. But it was making that my sim can't go through the door. Like, it's not even blocking the door, it's just blocking like the window part. But my sim couldn't use the front door, but I did fix that for the final build. And now I'm just doing the downstairs bathroom. It's kind of like the guest bathroom as well for the guest bedroom, but the entrance is by the hallway side, by the front entrance, so it's not like accessible from the guest bedroom. So now I'm just like cluttering up the living room area side a bit, and I tried to look for some like decor that shows holiday spirit, I guess. As you can see, there are a few items from the holiday to show off like holiday type of stuff. And then this little area between the TV area and the book nook corner area is also like it's like an area for the baby, infant, toddler to play in. So it's kind of like a little kids corner with some toys and stuff like that. And then I also just put a few rugs and some more stuff around the place, you know, like plants, and that cupboard with all the art stuff for the easel so that they have all their supplies to paint with. And now I'm just finishing off the yard. So I ended up putting it's like a brick texture for the floor to the backyard, and then I brought it forward to the front from the left side. It's like kind of like a little path. So that's what I did here in the backyard, and then I just opened up some ground for the garden. I didn't want the garden to sit on the brick because that wouldn't really make a lot of sense. So that's why I opened it up, and then I just used some fencing to give it like a little border, and then I just added some more plants to fill up the area. So as I finish off this backyard, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think of this build. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. And next up is the house tour and some screenshots. You guys must have a lovely day further. Poison out.